actual great timing. So that's one thing that you're just going to have to look out for because they're a great team. So I gave that a 5.
I also gave it a 5.
Match. If you're a Guns fan, you got to seek it at home.
Yeah, I gave it a 5.
Check it
Nothing more.
Especially to see them work more than a 5-minute Impact match.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or not work a Briscoe's 45-minute match from ROH.
Right, yeah, this is kind of a happy medium.
Where they need to
the
be.
two.
If somewhere between 15 and 20 minutes, that's about as far as you want them to go. So, good match.
Moving on to match number 4, Tiger Mask 4 against Low Key.
This was the IWGP Junior Heavyweight title match as well.
And it's interesting, too, because typically in a title match, it will be the challenger who calls out the champion in pursuit of the gold. Whereas in this case, as the promo video showed us, it was actually Low Key who called out Tiger Mask and said, I want you to be my next challenger. We were commenting on this as we watched it. You know, Low Key's obviously much more comfortable
He
and
wants to
happy in
destroy
Japan.
the Super Juniors.
Yeah, that legacy.
Yeah, he's smiling in this promo package, which I haven't seen for quite some time. I know he's thrilled to actually be working actual wrestling.
Yeah. It's nice to get a vacation from
and actually get
politics down south and TNA.
And actually get a push and have the belt is really just...
It's been a great year for him. I mean, his former rival backstage, all the political turmoil, Dave Soplowski got canned. And now he's over in Japan, where wrestling is treated as an art form, and he's flourishing. So I'm a huge fan of his. He started very stiff with his...
Right out the gate.
Yeah, that drop kick.
That bazooka drop kick just had Tiger Mask 4 railing. He also did it to him on the floor, which threw him into the railing. Just really had him reeling. Hit the key crusher. And almost pinned him in the first minute.
And Tiger Mask was, quick to follow suit. He busted out a tombstone pile driver on the ramp.
Which one thing Low Key sold for another 6 or 7 minutes. He was selling his neck like it was extremely hurt. And it's something that we don't see from American wrestlers recently.
Yeah.
Is them selling a move that happened in the first couple minutes throughout the match.
And this is the 20th anniversary of the Tokyo Dome, which I don't know if we've made mention of. So, to see a spot on the entrance ramp is a great throwback because so many guys in
which there
the past.
wasn't hardly any other spots on the ramp.
Yeah, so that was a nice touch.
I love Low Key's double drop or double stomp off the top. He really
that
just
caustic
sat.
Yell, a chaotic scream that he does.
He just really sat on the chest of Tiger Mask.
Yeah, I love his snug, aggressive style. It was on display here. Tiger Mask won the match with an interesting variation of a suplex. Don't know the name of it offhand.
I have it here somewhere as a modified Tiger suplex hold, where she grabbed Low Key's arm underneath his leg and bridged with it for an incredible fin, which I enjoyed. I gave this match a 6.
I gave this match a 5. I feel like there was maybe an element missing, maybe the fact that it didn't go as long as I had hoped. Which, you have later on in the show, Team 3D going, I'd say, upwards to 5 to 8 minutes too long. This match should have easily borrowed 4 of those and I think been better for it. So, this is a nice match. Nothing really flawed. I just don't think there was enough meat on me to push it north of 5.
One of the few matches that didn't have any botches.
Yeah.
In this show, which we have to address. But like you were saying in the Liger match, how you've been a fan for Liger and Koji for quite some time. I've been a huge fan of Tiger Mask and as well as Low Key for the past 8-9 years. And watching them work a big show is just phenomenal. Yeah. That's why I gave it the extra point, as you gave the prior match an extra point for it being somebody we truly enjoy.
Well, let's just start our next match, the Global Impact main event.
I like how that was announced.
Although it was only halfway up the actual card.
Yeah.
Jeremy Borash on the stick tonight, fans.
Yeah,
he was doing his face, but he was
doing all the English dubbing. And,
this was a 8-man tag, Colossal. We had
Ricky Chosu,
Masahiro Chono, Kurt Angle, and Kevin Nash. Giant team of big stars, past and present,
against Bernard,
Carl the Machine Gun Anderson,
and who else was on there?
Izuki and Ishii. Rounded out.
Which I don't know too much of them, and we didn't get a good indication of who the guys were from this show.
To start
from this match.
Yeah.
Because there was one point in time in the heat of the match where Angle was throwing him around like some biatches with some Germans. But
Well,
one thing I wanted to point out was how Ricky Choshu looked out of place with Chono, Angle, and Nash.
Yeah.
Which they came in their Hummer during their pre-show interview, and Ricky Choshu didn't want none of it with his cut-off T-shirt garb and their pinstripe suits.
Yeah.
Which I thought was funny. He didn't come out, in the same entrance as them. He just waited for him in the ring, and pretty much he just came in, did his work, and got out.
Yeah. Well, Chosu's way too old to be doing this.
He should have been on the other team. It would have been most fitting to be on the other team because he was definitely out of place with the man of the mouth.
And Chosu being too old is, I think, a theme that actually ran through this show for me. Just like earlier in Liger, and then later on we'll see Misawa and Muto give performances that didn't leave the most wonderful taste in my mouth. And a lot of that, all of that actually I'll attribute to age.
Quite vinegary.
So, but yeah, age.
I like how it started out with
Mothballs.
Giant Bernard Kevin Nash big man spot.
Yeah.
Started the match. Nobody's seen that coming.
Yeah, Bernard was selling well for Nash. I guess it's a sign of respect.
Yeah.
And I will point out after the match, Bernard did get one over on Kurt Angle. So possibly
dropping him on
again,
that brittle neck.
Yeah, well, we see this.
That peanut brittle neck.
Yeah.
It goes crunch.
When we see Bernard come to the stage, your guess is as good as mine. What else? Notes that I have on this show? Not a lot.
Pretty much it was come in, do your moveset, get out.
Yeah, Chono was...
They didn't get much time either for a lot of big names.
Chono, I noticed, as Mike Rotundo mentioned in his shoot, which I watched last year, very expressive, which is nice, especially for a guy who plays a big tough heel. Carl Anderson, however, I thought his some of his selling and things were kind of awkward. Didn't hold up so well in there. The match it did end rather abruptly, a quick finish.
Yeah, Angle pretty much threw everybody around and then got an ankle lock and then got dropped on his neck. So,
yeah, this felt like easily the second, if not third, exhibition of the match. Is how it kind of came off to me. So kind of soulless. I gave it only a 4.
Yeah, I gave it a 4 too. I mean, you can pass on this, even though it is your Global Impact main event. At least it ain't the Team 3D main event. But I would go with the Guns being the main event for Global Impact. I don't know. Right now, as we speak, I'm sure they're trying to piece this together and wonder how they're going to make a TNA TV special out of it.
Yeah.
Because, I thought Shelley getting his nose busted open was the only highlight of all the TNA guys. So, good luck with that, TNA.
Moving
that's
on.
how I have with that.
Yuji Nagata and
Masato Tanaka.
There we go.
With the 0-1
rematch.
World Heavyweight title.
Yeah.
Which they've been feuding for quite some time.
Yeah, we saw them at Destruction 08 recently, which was a phenomenal match.
We loved that match.
Yeah.
And this was just a continuation of that match.
Yeah, this actually upped the ante, a little bit more physical, a little bit more
hard
emotional.
to do.
Yeah.
Because
we saw both men in this match bathed in blood.
Especially Tanaka.
Yeah, specifically Tanaka.
He is superb with his blade job. You never see a weak-ass blade job from Masato Tanaka. Look for it.
There's this one moment in the match where he rises up like a bull and he charges, and you see his eyes, and it's just this real quick moment, but he looks so maniacal, and I thought that was great. And I mean, this is the first match of the entire show for me that I felt a personal investment in because I actually got drawn into the emotion and the storytelling. This
was the first match that got time, too.
Yeah.
And I liked where they're brawling outside, and I love Japanese weak chairs, man. Masato Tanaka just exploded a chair on Yuji Nagata's head, and it shot off and hit one of the announcers in the eye. I mean, it really looked great, and they bled buckets, and they were doing great. Great strikes, great submissions.
Oh yeah, I mean the strikes, even before the bloodbath ensued, there was a forearm exchange that would make, Kobashi himself, reveal and discuss. This was...
it was snug and stiff. This is exactly what you want in a match. And both these guys deliver what they do best. And they had time to flesh out a great story. And it delivers. It's a 7.